Welcome students in the online organic chemistry lecture series. Today we are going to study about this Wool's method. In previous video we have seen the Killiani-Fisher method. In that Killiani-Fisher method we have increased the uh, carbon number in aldose series. That means we have seen the example of conversion of D-arabinose into D-glucose. You know D-arabinose is having 5 carbon atoms, D-glucose is having 6 carbon atoms. That means we are increasing the number of carbon atoms. So that method was Killiani-Fisher synthesis. But today we have to study a reverse method of that Killiani-Fisher synthesis, and that is chain shortening reaction. Killiani-Fisher synthesis was chain increasing reaction, or we can say ascending of aldose series reaction. But this Wolff's method is chain shortening reaction, or it is also known as descending of the aldose series reaction. Okay, so this method was discovered by the scientist Wolff, therefore it is known as Wolff's method. So we'll see what is that method. So you just remember that this method is the descending of the aldo series. Okay, so the example of this before going to study the example of this Wolff's method, I will write down over here the some highlighting points of this method. So highlighting point is that this method is used this method is used to convert an aldoses higher aldoses to lower aldoses. So this is very important, remember. So we can say that this is the opposite to that of Killiani-Fisher synthesis. This method is opposite to Killiani-Fisher synthesis, I can say. Killiani-Fisher method, I will say. Okay, so this is opposite to that Killiani-Fisher method. Okay, the example of this example we can give conversion of D-glucose into D-arabinose. Okay, so conversion of D-glucose into D-arabinose, this can be carried out by using this Wolff's method. Okay, so once again I will explain. Wolff's method is the chain shortening reaction. It is also known as descending the aldose series reaction. Okay, and this method is used to convert an higher aldoses to lower aldoses. So you can take example of higher aldoses as a glucose and lower aldoses as a arabinose. Okay, so this method is opposite to that of Killiani-Fisher synthesis. Remember, in Killiani-Fisher synthesis we were increasing the number of carbons, but here we are decreasing the number of carbons. So example of this method you can take the D-glucose, conversion of D-glucose into D-arabinose. Okay, now we will see the reaction. Now let's see the reaction of this Wolff method. I have already explained that the example is a conversion of D-glucose into the D-arabinose. So all of you know the structure of D-glucose. Now we are very much familiar with the structure of D-glucose. It is aldohexoses. So first carbon is CHO, all of you know, and the last carbon is CH2OH. In between there are 4 carbons. Okay, so in this way I can represent. So the first carbon is having OH on this, second carbon is having OH on this right hand side, then H, and then OH, OH. So H, H, OH and H. So this is the structure of D-glucose. Now you are very much familiar with the structure of this D-glucose. Okay. Now when this D-glucose is treated with hydroxylamine, you know hydroxylamine, it is NH2OH. Okay. Now what happens when this glucose is treated with this hydroxylamine NH2OH? You know, this carbon is carbonyl carbon. Now this can be represented as like this C double bond OH. So this carbon is electrophilic carbon. So this NH2 can attack over this carbonyl carbon. So with that, what happened? Two hydrogens of this nitrogen and oxygen of this aldehyde group removes away in the form of water, and there is a formation of oxime. Okay, so you always remember that when any aldehyde reacts with hydroxylamine, there is a formation of oxime. So this is formed here. Okay, so in between CH2 OH is the last carbon. Okay, and in between, you know, there are four carbons. So I have written the structure of these four carbons here: OH, H, OH, OH. Okay, so H, OH and H. So D-glucose is converted into its oxime. So this is the oxime of D-glucose. This is the oxime of D-glucose. It is very simple. So what happened in the first step? Just D-glucose reacts with hydroxylamine to form the oxime. Okay, so this functionality is known as oxime. Remember, this is oxime. Now further, what happens if this oxime is reacted with acetic anhydride? The acetic anhydride structure is CH3CO taken twice O, we can say, and the structure of acetic anhydride is like this: CH3 C double bond O, O C double bond O, CH3. So this is the structure of acetic anhydride. So when this reacts with acetic anhydride, there is a dehydration. So this hydrogen and this OH removes away dehydration, and this oxime group is converted into the cyanide group. Remember, this oxide group is converted into the cyanide group, and all these hydroxy group are converted into the acetyl group. That means conversion of OCOCH3 takes place. Now how OCOCH3 takes place? This OH attacks on this carbonyl carbon in this way. This OH attacks on this carbonyl carbon, and this goes away. CH3 COOH. Okay, so this group is converted into OH is converted into OCOCH3. So I will write here the structure so that you will understand. Okay, so CH2OAC I will write now. Four carbons, you know. So OH is converted into OAC. This you have to remember: H, OAC, H, OAC, OAC. So what is AC? AC means COCH3 group. Okay, so how this OH is converted into OAC, that I have shown over here. So how many acetic acid molecule will goes away? So see how many OH are there: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 5 CH3COOH molecules will be eliminated here. So dehydration of this oxime and elimination of this 5 acetic acid molecule to form this cyanohydrine. This is known as cyanohydrine of D-glucose. Remember, so this is the cyanohydrine of D-glucose. Okay, so I think up to this step everything is clear to all of you. Once again I will explain. D-glucose is treated with hydroxylamine to form oxime of D-glucose. Okay, then this oxime of D-glucose is treated with acetic anhydride, and then there is a formation of cyanohydrine of this D-glucose. And finally when this is treated with sodium methoxide CH3ONA. Now this is a base, you know. So in basic condition and the solvent, if you take chloroform, what happen? There is a removal of 5 CH3COOH again, 5 CH3COOH. That means all these acetyl groups hydrolyze to form OH groups once again. Okay, so I will write here, suppose here is a CN, okay, and finally CH2 OAC becomes now OH once again. Remember this. Okay, so here I am writing OAC as a OH, again H, OH, OH. Okay, so H, H, OH and H. Now I have not shown over here the conversion of cyanide group into CHO group. Now here what happens actually, this OH group I will show like this. So in the surrounding, there is a base CH3ONA. So this OCH3 base, it abstracts this proton. This bond is shifted here, and this cyanide is removed away in the form of HCN. Remember, so there is a removal of hydrogen cyanide. So what is forming finally? See, CHO, okay, and CH2OH. In between, there are 3 carbons now. This remaining carbon, H, OH, OH, H, H and OH, and this is the structure of D-arabinose. Remember, D-arabinose. So this is the overall reaction, conversion of D-glucose into D-arabinose. So once again I will explain how it is converted. See, I have taken the D-glucose first. That D-glucose is treated with hydroxylamine. So there is a formation of oxime of this D-glucose. Then this oxime of D-glucose is treated with acetic anhydride. Then there is a formation of this cyanide group. Okay, oxime is converted into the cyanide group, and the OH groups are converted into the OAC group. Okay, now when we treat this cyanohydrin of D-glucose with sodium methoxide as a base in chloroform as a solvent, once again that all OAC groups are converted into the OH groups. Okay, and the cyanide group removes away in the form of hydrogen cyanide to form this D-arabinose. Now you count the number of hydrogen carbons. In D-glucose there are 6 carbons. In D-arabinose there are 5 carbons. That means we can say that this is the chain shortening reaction or descending of the aldo series, and this method is known as Wolff's method, and it is very important method to remember. So this is all about the Wolff's method, that is descending of the aldo series reaction. So in this video we'll stop here, and we'll meet in the next video with new concept of the topic carbohydrate. So have a nice day. Thank you.